Time heals all wounds. Nah, I don't think so. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how the old adage, time heals all wounds. This is something I've heard as a child. Many of you may have heard of it at some point in time in life. I hear clients say this all the time. I'm just going to let time figure it out. I ain't going to deal with it. I'm just going to let time handle it. Or they'll even take it a step further and go the spiritual route and say, I'm going to let go and let God handle it, which is another way of saying I'm going to let time figure it out. But we ain't going to get too deep into the spirituality piece of the whole matter. It's not today. But time healing wounds. This is something that I remember hearing as a child and thinking, this is one of the craziest concepts I've ever heard in my life. Like, what? So you telling me if you've been in a domestic violence situation, you've been sexually assaulted, you've been you've been held up at gunpoint, you've been beat up, jumped by other students when you were in school, you've been evicted, you've been robbed, whatever the case may be, that time's just gonna make sure that that's okay, like that just kind of passes it on, like ain't no issues gonna happen because time's gonna heal it. And that is a trap. That is something that we have accepted from a societal standpoint to make us feel better about bad things happening. But bad things happen all the time. And if you just think that time's going to settle those things, I'm here to tell you, you are in bad shape. As a psychotherapist, one of the things that ends up happening to a lot of people when they get connected with me is we end up dealing with their trauma, their experiences, their adverse experiences that have gone through, whether through childhood or currently at the moment. We end up dealing with those things because a lot of times people don't connect the dots of how those adverse things from the past start showing up in their present time, in their present day. And as a therapist, we're trained to help people connect those dots and also see how they're functioning at the current moment is going to affect their future. And when you come into a therapeutic situation, or you just go through life, you don't even need to be in therapy, just life, and you're thinking that time is going to fix everything, you are moving at a disadvantage. You're moving at a disadvantage that is going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you physically, mentally, and spiritually. And when I say mental and emotional, those things go hand in hand with me. But those things, it's going to hurt you. Because you're thinking that time's going to heal something when time might be making it worse. When you're just sitting on that pain, and then next thing you know, a year later, 6 months later, 10 years later, whenever, you get triggered by something, you don't even know what you're triggered by, and now you're freaking out, you're upset, you're mad. And people are wondering, like, what happened to this individual? You're wondering, why am I responding this way? Because it's something that happened way back yonder, we don't even know when, and it's affected your subconscious, and now you're all messed up. And now your life's in shambles. Now people are looking at you differently. You might lose your job because next thing you know, somebody says something to you that reminded you of one of your parents or an ex or, a bad experience that you had in school or whatever the case may be. You cuss the person out and you get fired. Right? You end up getting your life messed up because you responded to somebody due to something that happened. They ain't got nothing to do with them really. They just was the last straw that broke the quote-unquote camel's back. And now you are in a bad situation because we have this mentality that time is going to heal all wounds. And that's a joke. That's something we set people up by thinking like that. That is what we call a meme. So let me talk about memes real quick because this is a very classic meme of time heals all wounds. So a meme, nowadays in society, we think of memes as, funny things we see on the internet that are usually like screenshots of an event or a situation that happened that's funny, right? Or it's something that gives us information. Yeah, it's funny. But what a meme is something that actually gives us information. These are little messages that are sent like genes from one person to another, a social message that translates information. And the meme of time healing all wounds translates the information that you don't have to deal with your stuff, your issues, your pain, because over time it won't matter. And I'm here to tell you that one of the reasons why self-help, one of the reasons why personal development is such a huge field and a huge industry is because people are letting time heal their wounds that have never gone to be healed, because time does not heal anything. Time can make things worse for you. You have to actually take control over time, manage time, really, not even take control of it, but manage it so that it doesn't negatively affect you. You let time heal your wounds and you end up having bigger wounds because time is just magnifying the issues that happened before. You know, my mentor, great man, Sam Simmons, salute to Sam, tells me about one of his friends who is now a paraplegic. And this friend, he struggled with medical issues, his knees. He struggled with his knees for years. He had bad knees as an athlete, just got older. His knees just kind of deteriorated after time. And he would complain to my mentor, Sam. Sam, my knees hurt, Sam. Sam says, you need to go get that checked out, man. Yeah, I know I need to get it checked out. I ain't going to do that. You know, black men, we don't get checked out unless we ain't got no leg. Doing all this stuff, right? Sam, time goes on. Sam sees him a couple years later. They had one of those casual relationships. Sam sees him again. He sees his friend with a cane. He says, hey, man, how you get that cane, man? What's going on? He said, well, my knees just getting worse. I need something to help me maintain my balance. Sam goes, all right, man, well, you should go get that looked at, man. They could probably get something done with you. They could figure you out. Then Sam sees him a couple months later, almost a year later, sees the same friend. Now he's linked over on the cane, damn near in a walker. Sam goes, hey, man, what's going on? Said, well, man, my knees is getting worse. I actually did go in, and they said I'm going to have to get this surgery. And if I get this surgery, I'll be fine. But, I ain't trying to go under no knife. I ain't trying to get nobody cutting me open. He's like, all right, man, but you might want to get that surgery, man. They're saying they can help repair your knees. I don't know about all that, man. I can't be down. Sam asked him, how long, if you got the surgery, how long will you be down? Well, hell, they told me I'll be out for a couple weeks, and I can't afford that. I gotta work. He's like, man, you ain't got no medical leave. You can't get your knees fixed and just settle down so you can walk. Ain't nobody got time for that. Time goes on. Sam sees him again. The brother he's in a wheelchair. Sam goes, hey, man, what happened? I ain't seen you in a while. You in a wheelchair. Well, man, my knees just gave out on me. They in real bad shape now. Got to be in this wheelchair. And then ultimately what ended up happening to my mentor, Sam's friend, is he had to get one of his legs chopped off from the knee down. Right? He had other health issues too. Ended up having diabetes and lost his leg. Sam sees this individual in the wheelchair missing the leg, and he goes, man, what happened? And the man tells my mentor, Sam, I should have listened to you from the beginning and went and got the surgery. I wouldn't be in this situation. Went and got my health checked out earlier. I wouldn't be in this situation. But in this man's mind, what he was thinking was, time's going to heal all wounds. And or, I don't have time to take care of myself. And unfortunately, too many of us are in similar situations where we do not feel like we have the time to take care of ourselves, and we get put into a bad situation later because we don't want to invest and manage the time now to have a better outcome later. So when you don't invest and manage the time now, your outcomes later end up being poor. I have done this myself. Many of us have done this. One thing that happened to me, this was before my 32nd birthday. 31st birthday. 31 years old. I'm younger. I'm a man. We don't go to the hospital unless we about to die. So you know what I said? In my 30s, I need to do better at checking my health. So I finally mustered up the courage and got the fortitude to go in and just get a physical and get a checkup. The nurse practitioner sits me down, or not the nurse, the nurse's aide sits me down, runs my blood pressure. She says, Brandon, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay. Why you say that? She said, are you sure? Now I'm concerned. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. What's up? Like, what are you about to tell me? She turns the blood pressure machine around. They have one of those blue kind of capsulated things on the wheel. She turns around and says, Brandon, you're about to have a heart attack. And at that moment, I froze, like, whoa. First of all, you probably don't want to tell somebody that they're about to have a heart attack if they're about to have a heart attack. Because I kind of went into a panic, but I slowed myself down. And I said, wait, what do you mean? She said, your blood pressure is 210 over 120, or no, it was like 120 something. She said, you are beyond hypertension too. Like, if anything happens, you're going to have a heart attack. I was 30, it was a couple days, literally 2 days after my 31st birthday. I have hypertension. Now, a lot of that has to do with lifestyle changes, overworking myself, stressing about everything, trying to save everybody instead of saving myself and not slowing down enough for myself. So even though mentally I have good processing and I have good awareness to take care of myself mentally, physically my diet was awful. I wasn't active enough. And even though I thought I had good self-control mentally, I was overworking myself. So my actions and my behaviors were kicking my butt. But I had that ingrained meme, that mentality that time heals all wounds and that I would be fine because I'm younger. I don't need to go get checked out. I'm good. I got time to do that. And I damn near died before I was 32 years old. Because I allowed time to go. I allowed time to heal a wound that I did not heal. Time does not heal wounds. Actions heals wounds. Actions are the greatest truth. Okay? What you do is very important to how you will end up. So what did I do? I had to get put on the medications immediately. And then I took the meds for about 3 months and my blood pressure went down, but it didn't go down enough. I was still in hypertension 1. So I had to start making some physical changes. I joined a wellness center. I had to invest in myself. Didn't want to do it. I had to spend the money. You want to live your life on the line, you're going to find some money to spend. Okay? Joined a wellness center. Started to get chiropractic services, nutritionists, workouts, massages. Those are the 4 things that I focused on. Nutritionist, chiropractic service, workouts, massages. Got my back and my spine straight. Started losing the weight. Ended up losing 25 pounds. Put on another 15 pounds of muscle. Actually, it was 16 pounds of muscle, but whatever. Put it back on. Put the muscle on. Got my diet straight. And then I started to get massages on a more frequent basis. I would do it before, and that's another thing. As men, we don't want nobody touching on us unless it's the woman that we are having sexual arrangements with. But I had to take care of myself. I had to get out of my comfort zone and get the healing that I needed to live. That took a lot of fortitude. That took a lot of bravery. That took a lot of risk to do something different. But I didn't allow time to heal my wounds of my heart. I had to have my actions do that to the point now where I don't have hypertension anymore. Okay? And in order for me not to go back, because it's very easy for me to slide right back into it, I have to continue with constructive actions. I can't allow time to dictate my health and my lifestyle. I have daughters, and I want to have more children. And I want to be here for them and their children and hopefully their children. That is my plan and that is my goal. But if you're letting time heal all wounds, you will lose because time is undefeated. You better manage it, and your actions is the key to combat time. If you're somebody who struggles with that, if you're somebody who understands what I'm saying, you know what? Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this actual video. Are you somebody who's letting time heal your wounds? Or are you taking action to heal it? If you don't know how to take action with it, I have some things down in the description that can help you. Self-mastery course, audiobook, and other services that might be beneficial to you. you can connect with me one-on-one, just down below. But make sure you at least comment, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I'm Brandon Jones, psychotherapist, professor, and author, and I look forward to connecting with you at another point in time. With that, be safe, be constructive, be elite, and live life with purpose on purpose, and I'll holler at y'all